my elder son, 10 years older than the one I'm talking about, lived in Lakeland while he worked for I think he was working for a medical company. He said selling needles and thread to doctors, surgeons, I guess. Anyway, you say I'm your first contact ever, or just first contact with this antenna, or what?
You were about my third HF contact. I got this radio in December, and I've been working on getting good antennas up. I guess I've checked into a couple nets, but the first QSO, and this is actually the first QSO with this antenna. I'm creating a fan dipole to work on 80, 60, and 40. And this is just the 40 leg up to make sure the fundamentals are working.
That's working fine. Working fine. You have an SWR bridge?
No bridge on it. I have a ugly balloon at the bottom of it. I have an SWR meter here on this radio, and I'm registering 1.1 at the middle of 40. It gives me like 1.5 to 1 just at the beginning of the band.
Well, I think you've done very, very well for your first band dipole there. I've been a ham a little over 65 years, and have worked with almost every imaginable antenna, from verticals to fan dipoles to inverted L's, Yankees, and most everything else. But at any rate, awful nice to make your acquaintance, young man. KM4FBO, W4ZCB.
You too as well, sir. Might I ask, what's been your favorite antenna or most reliable design that you've found over the years? KM4, Foxtrot, Papa Alpha. Over.
Oh boy. Always by far a Yagi, rotatable Yagi. Yagis just want to work, and you can screw up fairly badly on dimensions, and it still works. And when you get one, it just opens up a whole new layer of weak stations. And when you're chasing DX, sometimes stations are pretty doggone weak. But second best, I kind of like my inverted L that I'm using now. It's been up 24 years now, and has required no maintenance. It's a 160-meter half wave, goes up about 70 feet, down about 170 feet, courtesy of a couple of 100-foot oak trees. And I remotely tune it from the shack here with a motor-driven vacuum variable capacitor and a lead-X switched inductor. Using a 160, 80, and 40. And then I do have a small Yagi. I've had a lot bigger ones, but I do have a small Yagi for 10, 15, and 20. I don't do the work bands, but just don't have antennas for them. My radio does them, but I don't have antennas for the work bands. KM4FBO, W4ZCB.
Copy that. I've only played around a little bit with the Yagis. I just now found the antenna modeling program. Let's see, 4NEC2. It works on Linux also. So I've gotten into the modeling, but really wanted to get on the HF. So I had the original 40-meter dipole, and then I kept switching that and attaching an additional wire to work on 80 meters. And got tired of going in and out. So found the fan dipole and finally made this. Since the weather's so humid and everything here, the original antenna I had up for maybe a month and had a lot of rust and everything on the connection. So this one I'm sealing in all of the connections, making sure that the rust can't get in there. And hopefully it'll be something I can put up there and leave up once I throw up the other legs for 60 and 80 and see if it's tuned. But I appreciate the information. It's been great talking to you, Harold. This is KM4 Foxtrot Papa Alpha with W4Z Charlie Baker.
Is it Fox Papa Lima or Fox Papa Alpha?
Fox Papa Alpha. Full power antenna.
No. sorry about that. And, okay, Kevin, let you run. Somebody else called in there. Maybe he wants to talk to you. Stand by just a minute before you go. Who else was that? Alpha Julius 4, Mike Tango. Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. You copying the Florida station? Weekly. I see. Okay, Kevin, 7-3. Have a good one. And good luck with your amateur radio. It's a wonderful hobby. EM4FPA, W4ZCB, clear. 7-3.
73 is you too, Harold. And I'll be clear on this final, but AJ4MT, if you could give me a signal report just from where you're at, just so I can get an idea on this. KM4FPA, clear.
Did you copy that, AJ4MP? It's Alpha, Unit 4 Mike Tango, and like I said, he is so far down in the noise, I couldn't even get him on his zero. I see. Okay, sorry about that. No dice, Kevin. He can't copy you, but you're still doing fine. And AJ4MT, W4ZCB, good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon to you. Yeah. Normally, if it was earlier in the day, like this morning, I probably wouldn't have had any problems hearing him because he's in Florida.